Float is an animated short from Pixar about a boy who can fly and his father who wishes he couldn't. It's a metaphor, we'll get to that. Right off the bat, there's something different and groundbreaking about this story.
Let's hear it for the Filipinos. Yay! You guys, we've broken through the barrier.
We have broken through the barrier.
Float features the first Filipino animated character from Pixar, and it almost didn't happen. This is the story behind the story of Float.
Pixar can do anything.
On you go!
Whoa, 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 whoa! Don't worry, whales don't eat clownfish, they eat krill.
They can make cars and little clownfish and toys come to life. But all that takes a lot of time, a lot of people, and a lot of money. So they had this bright idea. Why not take all that stuff and just make it smaller? Spark Shorts was born.
We are taking you deep inside Pixar's campus, past their iconic characters and away from Incredible's budgets, to a tiny room covered in concepts, including that of longtime Pixar artist, but first-time Pixar director, Bobby Rubio.
So here's a lot of inspiration, right, and storyboards for the movie. And I just want to thank you for the bowl cut, because I had a bowl cut when I was a little
Didn't we all have
Filipino
the bowl
kid. Yeah, but you don't see it.
Yeah.
You don't see it on
No, you're
screen.
right. You don't
know what
see
I'm
it on
saying?
screen, and so it is cool. People were like, "Oh my gosh, it's the bowl cut! It's there!" Yeah.
And this is your son.
That is my son. Yeah, it's my son Alex. So these are my drawings, and they're super rough because I knew it was going to be animated later. So I wasn't trying to make pretty drawings. I was more just trying to get the idea across.
He and producer Chrissy Kababa are part of Pixar's new Spark Shorts program. They got a small budget, a tight 6-month timeline, but unlike the usual process, lots of freedom to tell a story their way.
Pixar has made Filipinos famous now.
Yes. Right.
But that is a big deal, right?
It's a huge deal. Yeah. It's a huge deal.
It is a huge
and
deal.
it almost didn't happen.
So this is the original concept, right?
Yes.
This don't look like Bobby.
No. The characters are white.
Yeah.
And because of my unconscious bias, I'm like, well, who's going to want to see Filipino American?
How does it make you feel now?
I'm glad that I'm wrong because Float has been getting such amazing feedback, and I hope that it inspires other people of color to create characters in lead positions.
Float is a personal story, and not just because of the cultural background. The short is based on Rubio's real-life journey to fully accept his son Alex, who is on the autism spectrum.
So 8 years ago, you had this idea.
Yeah.
And you said it's taking you this long to actually make it.
Yes.
Because why?
Because emotionally, I wasn't ready to tell this story. When I drew that, my mind was, my heart and my full emotions could not go forward with this story. Had I done it then, it would have been a lot darker. And now that I'm on the other side of acceptance, I feel it's a lot brighter, this story.
I think Float is a story about a parent learning to love their child for what the child is and not for what they want the child to be.
It's like I was trying to keep the message of the movie kind of vague, because I wanted the viewer to come up with their own personal feelings about it.
A lot of it is people coming at it from a representation matters standpoint, but generally there's been so much support and positive feedback about it. It's been really overwhelming.
There is one person who hasn't been as impressed.
How's your son doing?
He's doing great. Yeah. He's in school, and he saw the short and he thought it was all right.
You're kidding me.
Yeah. Well, he's 12, so he's like, it's all right, Dad.